These are all the pieces I finished painting yesterday, and they're nice and dry now, ready for some mark making. I like to do the mark making phase of this individually, so I'm looking at one piece at a time. And I held them all in my hands and chose the one that felt like the one that I wanted to start with, to start the mark making with. It's interesting because I've created these all together, so they're kind of a collection, I guess. You could think of them like a collection. And so they just innately have things in common. But I'm also thinking about that commonality as I'm doing the marks. I thought it was interesting, this first piece and even the second one coming up. I didn't paint the pieces this way vertically. I painted them horizontally, but when it came to putting the marks on them, this is the way the pieces felt like they were supposed to go. So I went with it. I don't normally color in like this, so this was kind of fun. It really sort of highlights the paint in a way that I'm not used to. It just kind of came and I went with it. I do like dots, and I have to say that this Krylon gold leafing pen is one of my absolute favorites. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it. It just feels so good as you're coloring with it. And this one I used the blue. I think I used it because the blue paint, it felt like I wanted to carry it across from another painting. And I often do dots, but I went with lines on this one just to make things a little bit different. When I painted when I put the blue rainbow on there, it really, I don't know, it felt really stark. So that's why I added the little lines at the bottom to make it a little bit more dynamic, have a little bit more movement, I guess. Mostly I'm not really thinking about things though when I do these marks. I'm really just enjoying the process as much as I can and just going with colors and mediums and shapes that sort of come to me. That's what I practice mostly in my sketchbook, and so I use that skill that I'm developing in my sketchbook for these types of paintings as well. This one was so strange and different. I don't know. I experimented a lot. I've never sort of mixed paint markers like I did there, and so it felt like there was a few different experimental things going on here, and it was a bit more challenging, I guess, creating this piece than the other ones. The other ones felt more flowy than this one did, just for me. I did like adding this purple oil pastel that really felt like it did something to the piece. And so these are the 4 finished pieces. You can see the beginning of these pieces being created in this video here.